Well, hello. Today's the 2010 action movie Special Ops. A scientist is kidnapped from Hong Kong by Philippine terrorists. A Marine unit is sent to rescue him. It gets ambushed, and Captain Fearson is the only survivor. The scientist is killed during the mission, but his assistant manages to escape. The captain, wounded, must fight off terrorists while looking for her. He is also framed by the U.S. government as a traitor. He manages to find the father of the missing assistant. The CIA was involved in betraying his team. The assistant is kidnapped, and they must recover a computer chip to free her from the terrorists. They have a final confrontation with the terrorists and manage to defeat them. They then, though, have to give up the computer chip to the CIA mercenaries. Only, of course, the computer chip they gave was fake, and the real one is given to a journalist in London to clear their name. So this movie was an action movie made in 2010, and it pretty much starred nobody ever heard of, directed by nobody ever heard of. It was filmed in the Philippines, and the reason I have it is really it was part of a 12-pack movie thing that I got from Mill Creek, because there was 2 movies in it I wanted, and got a whole bunch of other movies, and some of them turned out good, some iffy. This movie is, it's an okay movie. I mean, it's kind of it's a solid action movie. It apparently won the On Action Film Festival. If you ever heard of that? Which I never did, but it won that, and it stars AJ Draven. Now, apparently, Draven is a world-renowned martial arts expert. He knows Krav Maga and Thai kickboxing and MMA and stuff. And watching the film, I definitely agree that this guy knows what he's doing. He had some pretty good, solid action, scenes in this movie. The plot was a little, convoluted. You had this like MacGuffin of a computer chip that was apparently both could solve the world's energy crisis, but also make nuclear weapons. And apparently even these little rinky-dink terrorists in the Philippines could use it. So but the plot it came together at the end, and it's a serviceable action film. It's not one that I'd really go out of my way to find, or that. If you want to, you can. I guess it's if you have nothing better to do and you come upon it, you could watch it. I think AJ Draven, he's a good, solid action actor. I think if it was the 80s or 90s, he had a probably good chance of making a career out of it. But by 2010, I don't were they even making films anymore for direct-to-video by then? Because I don't know what it was made for, because it went somewhere. It got made, and I guess he made a few others too that are probably unknown. And considering it's like 15 years later, and I still never heard of this guy, and I doubt any of you have either, he didn't have very good success in becoming an action star. So that's just the way it is. He was not just a little too late for that. So it's a decent movie. Nothing really special. So yeah, if you've stuck with me this long, I thank you. You're a unique individual.